Hello, good evening to everyone. It's me, Thales. You're watching my channel about English language. As you know, I cover from basic to advanced, and I have 4 different playlists. Basic grammar, basic vocab, with explanations in Portuguese, and intermediate advanced grammar, advanced idioms, vocab, the other 2 playlists which have explanations in English. We have more than 500 videos available, so watch them, have fun, learn English with me. I record videos almost every day, right? And each video I try to bring different examples, right? I try to explain things to you. When we talk about grammar, I bring the essential topics about English grammar, and when talking about vocabulary, each video is about an idiom, an expression, a phrasal verb, and then I give a set of 5 examples at least so that you can understand and learn English with me, okay? Alright, give thumbs up if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, share the content with your friends, and let's get going. Let's start with today's topic. We will study or start studying today the superlatives, okay? The last few videos of our intermediate advanced grammar, we studied the comparatives, right? Comparatives of superiority, in which we have the adjective followed by the suffix er plus than. We also have the comparative more plus adjective plus than, right? This is used for short adjectives, 1 syllable, and more plus adjective plus than for adjectives which have more than 1 syllable. And we also talked about less, right? Less is the opposite of more. And we explored the equality as well, as, right? As big as tall as intelligent as, okay? For further details, I recommend that you watch my previous videos, okay? I won't talk about comparatives anymore. I will start from now talking about superlatives. Let's start. When you say, for example, my trip to LA was the most enjoyable one I've ever had. Okay? I haven't traveled to many places during my lifetime, but the trip I took to LA in 2019 was the most enjoyable one I've ever had. So the most enjoyable, so this is superlative. When you want to say that something is the most, right, is the top priority of what you're talking about, the most delicious cake, right? This is the most delicious cake I've ever eaten. You see? I use the most plus adjective plus the noun. But we have 2 different forms, right? 2 different ways of writing a superlative. And it's like in the comparison of superiority, in which we had 1 rule for short adjectives and another one for long adjectives. It applies here. For example, today is the hottest day of the month. So here I'm saying that today is the hottest day of the month. We are in April 19th, for example, right? I'm talking about the days of April, and from all days we had in the month, the hottest was today. That's what I'm saying here. Today is not hot. It's just an example, okay? It's not hot. Hopefully it will be that way for the next few days. I don't like hot days. So today is the hottest. What's the difference? What's the big deal? What's the idea here? When we have short adjectives, we take the adjective, for example, hot. Well, I will give you some examples, okay? Short, easy, hard. Here we have 4 adjectives. We add the suffix est, okay? So we take the plus adjective followed by est when we have short adjectives. So hot becomes hottest, hottest, the hottest day of the year. We have to double the last consonant because we know it's the same rule we have studied before for the simple present, adding es and so forth, right? We have to double the last consonant because we have a sequence here, consonant, vowel, consonant, when the stressed syllable is the last one. So in this example, it's just one syllable word. Hot becomes hottest, short, shortest. Here I just add est and I don't have to double or change the adjective in any way. Easy becomes easiest. Here I have to drop the y and add iest. But why is that? Because words ending with y and when they have consonant sound before, I have to add iest. I have to drop, to cross off the y and add iest. Hard becomes hardest. So the hottest, the hottest, the shortest, the easiest, the hardest, okay? So here is the rule for short adjectives, but when we have long adjectives, as I have previewed, I have shown you how it's done. I use the most before before the long adjectives. So let's see some more examples. This test is the hardest one. So I'm saying that the test is the hardest one. I have taken more than one test, right? And this test I'm taking is the hardest one. The hardest, okay? This exercise is the easiest one. Is the easiest I've ever done. So I did an exercise and I'm saying that this exercise is the easiest I've ever done. The superlative, I haven't said that before, but it's very common to use the superlative with the present perfect tense. Remember the present perfect? Have plus a verb in the past participle. So this is structure in which I use superlative plus present perfect using the adverb ever is very common, okay? The most enjoyable I've ever had, right? This is another example. Now let's see some examples, just some more examples with long adjectives. That house is the most expensive one from the block. Right, I have some houses on the block and this one is the most expensive one. Okay, it's the most expensive from the block. It's not necessary to use one in our examples, but when you do, one is replacing the noun, and it's a way of you avoiding repetition, right? When you make sentences, you must find a way to avoid repetition of words. You don't say this house is the most expensive house. No, avoid repetition when you're making a composition, right, or writing an essay, for example. You try to avoid repetition using synonyms, right, words which mean the same, and it's better you show the examiner that you know more vocabulary and you can tackle these resources in a way that makes your composition more advanced, right? It feels more advanced ones. Now, let's see one rule before ending this video. That remember the last video or last few videos in which we saw the words good, far, and bad, right? The comparatives of superiority, we studied these three adjectives and I explained to you that they are irregular. Why they are irregular ones? I will explain why they are irregular ones right here. They are irregular because despite being one syllable words, the comparatives, the superlatives, they don't follow the rule of adding est, okay? You can't say the goodest, the farthest, or baddest. No, it doesn't exist. So, let's see. The comparative of superiority, remember, good, better than. Okay? So this is superiority, okay? We have studied these in the last few videos also from my playlist Intermediate Advanced Grammar. And when I want to say that something is so good that it's better than all the other options, I use the best. The best. Okay? Far, we have farther or further as a comparative of superiority. Farther when we talk about distance, right? How far? Oh, my house is farther from the office than your house. Or okay? Here we are talking about distance. And here, further. Further details, right? Further information. So this is not distance. It means deeper. To have more of something. To explore something. Right? Let's go further into this issue. And then, farther or further than is the comparative of superiority. And then we have the superlative. The farthest or the furthest. Okay? The farthest and the furthest. These are the superlatives, okay? And last but not least, we have the word bad. Bad becomes worse than the comparative And the superlative is the worst. Okay? We will see some examples, okay? Next video, I will start explaining. I will write here so I can remember example sentences with good, far, and bad, okay? And you can try to make sentences on your own. It's not very difficult. I will just give one example. PlayStation 5 is the best gaming console I've ever had. Or another example, I don't know, the worst. What is the worst movie you have ever watched? I don't remember the worst. There are many bad movies I have watched so far. I will give you some examples next video, okay? Don't worry. All right, people, see you next time. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And maybe tomorrow I will continue talking about advanced English, right? Advanced grammar. And remember, I have always said that to you, some videos I try to emphasize this. Advanced idioms vocab has 25 videos. Basic grammar, which is grammar for beginners, is already completed. I recorded all videos about it. We have 216 videos. The basic vocab with explanations in Portuguese, 35 videos. And then we have the intermediate advanced grammar, which is this series. We already have 245 videos and counting. Okay? See you next time.